The first factor you'll need to determine when shopping for a glove is what hand the glove goes on. Here at JustGloves, we make this as simple as possible by listing all the models as either right or left-handed throwing options. Simply put, determine the arm in which your player throws with and select that at checkout. I, for example, throw with my right hand, so I would select a right-handed throwing option for the glove to go on my left hand. Finding the correct size of glove can be really tricky. However, here at JustGloves, we try and make this as easy as possible by letting you know that there are two main factors that are going to help determine the correct size of glove. The first of which is what is the age of your player. If a player is younger than the age of 10, they probably don't have a primary position. Therefore, they can look at something in the range between 9 and 11 inches in size. This is as a result of them not playing at a primary position and instead playing all across the diamond. So a smaller glove is going to give them better control, better confidence, and allow them to play all the positions. The second factor is going to be what is the primary position of the player. This won't really impact younger players, as I've mentioned before. However, once your player has a primary position, we can start to curtail the size of the glove directly to that position. If your player is playing second or shortstop, you're typically going to look in the range between 11 and 11.5 inches in size, ranging upward to 11.75. Moving across the diamond over to third, you're looking at a glove between 11.5 and 12 inches in size. 12 inches is also a perfect glove size for a utility player or a pitcher. For a utility player, they can comfortably play on the infield and outfield, and for a pitcher, it gives them a little bit more room to set their grip without the onlooking hitter taking notice. As we move to the outfield, 12 inches is a good starting point, but as a player gets more comfortable, they can move upward to 12.5 and even 13 inches in size. For the position-specific models, first base will start out between 12 and 12.5 inches, and again, as they get more comfortable fielding balls across the diamond, they can move upward to 12.75, all the way up to 13 inches to help scoop the balls in the dirt. Lastly, as we look at catcher's going to start around 31 inches in size for new players to the position and move upward to 33 and even 34 inches in size to help with blocking and give a bigger target for the pitcher. Determining the correct web type for you or your player is going to come down to two factors. The first of which is going to be your primary position, and the second is personal preference. Let's break down a couple of the more common web types across the sport. First up, I have the iWeb. This iWeb is going to have a vertical leather strip that's going to provide for a shallow yet consistent pocket for middle infielders to take full advantage of. Next up, we have the H-Web. The H-Web is perfect for third basemen and outfielders. It has two vertical strips that's going to allow for a larger overall web. It allows for debris to fall through on diving plays, and it also allows for a larger, more consistent catching pocket for your player. Next up, we have the closed web. The closed web is going to be utilized mainly by pitchers. As you can see there, you have no idea what's going on in my hand, so any sneaky on-looking hitters aren't going to be able to get a peek at the next pitch coming to them. It's also more flexible because it has an all-leather web type. Last today, we have the modified trap web. The modified trap web is similar to a trapeze web. It uses leather lacing to connect a leather strip. The main difference in this model is going to be the stability. They use a leather strip at the top to stabilize the overall web type. This is great for any player that's playing infield, outfield, or pitcher, so it's a perfect utility model. Unlike bats, gloves make it really easy to help determine quality. The more you're willing to invest in a glove, the better overall durability and consistency it'll provide. The lone downside to a high-end glove is going to be the break-in period though. If you're having any troubles breaking in a model, feel free to check out our glove care kit that's sold directly from JustGloves.com. Lower end gloves are going to have a shorter time to break them in, so they're going to be more game ready. However, they're going to last fewer seasons over the long haul. Finding the correct fit for a glove is extremely important. After all, it is an extension of your hand while on defense. Manufacturers have taken notice of this, and they've started to make adjustments to allow for gloves to fit either small, standard, or large hands. As you see right here, I have a standard A2000 glove. Comes with an eye web and an 11.5-inch size. It's a perfect glove for a second baseman or shortstop. What we see here is the exact same glove. It's got the A2000 Pro Stock leather, 11.5-inch size, and an eye web. The difference is the fit. This is a Dustin Pedroia fit. It's smaller in its wrist opening to allow players on the middle infield to have better control. You'll also notice that there are youth gloves. Youth gloves are going to have smaller wrist openings and shorter finger stalls to allow players with smaller hands better control across the diamond. So those are a few of the main factors to help you determine the correct glove for you. If you have any other questions, feel free to contact us. And remember, when you order from JustGloves, we always provide free, fast shipping and a 100-day love your glove guarantee. That's JustGloves, from click to catch.